Forbes India presents Top 30 Talent Leaders of 2023, powered by Indeed.
Hi, my name is Subir Verma. Professionally, I head HR for transmission and distribution companies of Tata Power. Besides little bit of my professional achievements over last 25 years, two things I am very passionate about. First, with my experience of 25 years, how I can share my experience with young students or professionals to help them meet their career aspirations, provide them right guidance so that they are able to meet and reach their career goals much faster than I could. The second is about writing, and that was also in the same area. My first book, Job Search Secrets, I took that book with an objective that I should be able to share my experience, a certain trick of the trades which will be able to help large number of educated, unemployed youth of our country. I started my career as an engineer, but just 1 year in my career, typically I hail from Bihar and we are very introvert. So I was mostly introvert and I myself used to underestimate a lot of my abilities. So I gave examination to a premium management college. I qualified also, but I still remember at that point of time I was traveling and my wife was there at that particular city and she went to the college. She is herself an MBA. Probably she knew more than me the importance of doing a post-graduation in human resources, and she went to the college and filled the form and paid the money and ensure that I got admitted there. And that's how the journey of MBA college started. And from there, I by nature I was very person who was quite understanding, who used to empathize with people and who always used to keep myself in others' shoe. That probably what I feel is was important for me, and that's how my journey of human resources started. I started this journey with an IT company where I worked for about 7 years. Each day has been quite interesting. Dealing with diverse set of people, diverse geography of people has been a wonderful experience for me. Subsequently, I worked with Reliance Group, both ADA Group and MDA Group. There the learning has been gave me a different paradigm. How do you think scale? How do you think agility? How do you project manage things? How do you look at things from a larger than life perspective? How do you think big? So these are 3-4 things has been a wonderful learning for me at Reliance. Subsequently, I joined Tata Group, which gave me a different paradigm of the business existence. Empathy, care, what the corporations exist for, how do you give back to the society? Business and profitability is one part, but how as a human resources, how as an organization we are able to benefit large segment of the society, how we are able to give back. So society always come first and then the business. So these are some learning which has been there for me. The journey has been absolutely wonderful. The challenges, I would see that there are 4 challenges which I see from my personal perspective. One, in our space, we are very obsessed with the best practices. What is being adopted in a company in US or what is being adopted in a company in Europe, we try to adopt that without knowing that whether these practices will work or not. So that is one challenge which is there. The second challenge I see is a carpet bombing approach. Suppose we are doing talent acquisition or talent management or any employee engagement practices. We do one activity and which is uniformly for all. I think that is not going to work. We have to move from a carpet bombing approach to a customized approach. My motivation to come to office is different than somebody else. So what motivates to come to office? That needs to be addressed if companies want people to be truly engaged. My career aspirations are different than somebody else. So I need training what I want, not what the organization wants. So that is the second one. The third is use of data and analytics for everything. Now there are plenty of data which are available in the organization related to employees. Now we don't use that data, so that probably is making a little bit of handicap, so that we are not able to use our own data, our own employees data, to take decision about hiring, to take decision about training, to take decision about engagement, to take every decisions. And these data will provide a lot of insight to do customized activities for our own employees, which will be more effective and more outcome oriented and will be giving a better support. The fourth, I feel that HR has been long enough a support function. Now we need to move from a support function to a revenue generating function. We need to take accountability that even a very small number, but we are capable to generate revenue and we are able to support companies top line. So that is something I feel that which are very, very important. A lot of organizations are doing it. In our organization, we are also doing some very small activity towards that journey. The road is long, but we have started taking small step towards it. I feel if we are able to address these four challenges, we would be in a good place in future. We have been very lucky as far as recruitment or retention is concerned. By sheer brand of our Tata Group, the attraction of talent has been quite easier for us, and also the retention part of it, because of Tata values and the practices which we have in the organization. Though in some pockets there are certain attrition for which we have taken a lot of initiative, and since you asked about couple of strategies we have implemented. One is the predictive hiring and retention model. So as I said earlier also, there are a lot of data which are available in the organization. So we have created an automated tool based on 72 and 74 variables, which predicts us that which are the people who would be more successful in the company, who have larger tenure in our organization, and who would be highly performing employees. So from which college to hire, which location to hire, what salary to hire, which demographic to hire. So it gives you a lot of output data. Now this data would be different for different organizations. So since we are using our past data, because of the culture, because of different practices we have, the people who will be successful in our kind of organization would be different than the people who will be successful in other organizations. To be very customized to our company, we have designed this predictive hiring and retention model, which we are using as far as hiring and retention is concerned. I think culture is the most important for any organization. It is the DNA of the organization, which is built over a period of time. You can't build in a shorter period of time. I also believe the culture is something which you can not see, but you can only feel. It is also a combination of perception versus reality, especially for people who are not there in the organization. For example, if we want to target or if we want to hire a segment of people, for them, since they are not part of our organization, for them the culture is what they are perceiving it to be, what they are seeing from outside, and hence culture is perception plus reality. And culture is also how are we sharing our values, how are we sharing our attributes, what our leaders are sharing with the outside world and inside world, what people are talking about. So these combination of activities for any organization, especially from HR perspective, is defining culture. And I believe that the culture is always driven from the top, and in our organization, leadership team has done a wonderful job as far as communicating and living the Tata values within the organization, and also demonstrating it outside the organization. And this is solidly backed by the policies, processes and practices of the organizations. The second is diversity. So not only we talk about women diversity, but we are also working on PWDs, and that is supported by a lot of practices. For example, one practice we have that any woman who is on maternity leave, their performance rating is protected. Besides many activities or many policies which support women employees, the gender diversity and PWD employees. We are focusing on training managers, because hiring a PWD employee is easier. But what kind of environment in terms of infrastructure, in terms of support, in terms of motivation are we providing these employees will determine how these initiatives are going to be successful in the organization. Very difficult to answer this question, what I would have been if not a talent leader, especially after working 25 years in the area of human resources. But I would say that since beginning I was very creative. I love creating new things. So if I would not have been a talent leader, probably I would have been an entrepreneur. In human resources, you should only build a career if you are a creator, if you love helping people, if you are love supporting people, if you are able to find happiness in other people's success. And in short, if you have the qualities of a mother, you should definitely pursue a career in human resources. Quite unlike people believe, it is not an easy career. But it is a career in which you will have experience every day, and you will enjoy it thoroughly.
Forbes India presents Top 30 Talent Leaders of 2023, powered by Indeed.